You're listening to FUBAR Weekly on KDSR, Demo Spin Radio, brought to you by ARC Network Live 365, the station where everyone deserves to be heard. The following program contains strong language and adult content. Listener discretion is advised. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I got to check my sound level because I don't know what's going on. There we go. I probably go a little bit up, up and away. What's going on, everybody? How are we doing tonight? FUBAR Weekly Show. Today is Tuesday, the 7th of July, 2020. As you can see, Nicole is in absentia again. She's decided to flat leave us and show up late again because she's a degenerate. No, she's not. She had shit to do. What is going on, everybody? How we doing? Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, Nicole doesn't like us anymore, so she's going to be late again. She's coming in from the north side of town. Sorry, I got spaghettis. I like spaghettis. So let's get to what's going on. Here I need a favor from all you people. As you may know, I can turn a little bit because she ain't here. So I'll turn and face you so you can see my beautiful face. I do voice acting, and I'm trying to work on and practice some stuff. And one of the things I'm working on is the big movie, the movie trailer guy. So what I want people to do is go to Real Roger Nelson on Facebook or Instagram, whatever, and send me a message with shit you want me to say. It can be funny. It can be crazy. I want to put them together into a video and, have see me read what you want me to say. If you want to be anonymous, you can just say, I don't want to be mentioned, and we'll do it. But I want to do a reel of, like a film reel of different trailer, me saying stuff in different trailer voices. I will give you, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a sneak preview of one of the things that I was asked to say. And my voice isn't warmed up and ready to do movie guy, but we'll let's see. Let me see one of the things. Actually, this is one because it's not going to be polished. I got to actually pull up the line. Somebody wanted me to do, in the movie guy voice, a line from my cousin Vinny talking about the magic grits. So let me pull up the line from the script, and I will give you the line in movie guy. I think she wanted me to do the whole scene. I don't think she quite understood what I wanted to do, but is that Nicole, or is that somebody coming in to rape me? Damn it, it's Nicole. No, I said it was somebody coming in to rape me. I'm sorry. I'm actually sad it was you. No offense. I mean, I love you, but whoa. Let me put your microphone on now. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Miss Nicole Raven. I was in the middle of looking something. Hang on. Talking to the mic.
Hey.
How about now?
Hello.
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. We got a problem. I don't have talk.
Hey.
No. What the fuck's going on with this thing? Give it a talk.
Hey. This is not plugged in.
Oh, I got to turn that way up. Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
It is plugged in right here.
Oh, okay. It's just very long.
Sometimes they're longer than others. What the hell?
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I had to turn your mic way up.
Okay.
Talk now.
Hey. Welcome
Okay, there we
to
go.
FUBAR.
That's better. Sorry, kids. Technical difficulties. Oh, yeah. You need headphones.
Yep.
Ugh. Hang on. Pardon us while we get our shit together, folks.
A. How many more times can I say A?
It's like your Fonzie.
I
Hey,
never remember which side goes forward.
left side has the wire.
You told me that before, and my my headset didn't.
Talking to the microphone.
I can hear you now.
Okay, good.
Now I can hear the world.
You had to turn you way up
Is it because I'm quiet?
a little bit, and you kind of do this. You talk like this, so kind of like you get the Doppler effect as you keep coming back and forth across the microphone and stuff.
Oh,
You do that a lot.
I will try to be more dick-faced.
Dick face. You're blowing it. So anyway, so I was looking up, let's see, my cousin Vinny Grits. So you saw the thing I put out that I want people to give me things to say in the big movie guy voice.
Yes.
I want to do like a compilation of me saying things that people want, you know.
I'm going to enjoy some kombucha.
You enjoy that shit.
You don't like the kombucha?
You keep
don't
that
like,
shit over there.
You don't like the booch?
Let's put it this way. Given the choice between the two beverages that are on the desk right now, I will take the Dasani in the Taco Bell cup over that stuff. That stuff grosses me out.
Booch.
Booch is fucking gross.
Oh, look.
What do you got?
Wait. Not sunglasses.
Hey, we're gonna talk about guns later. We got Stephen Henry coming on, and Stephen, from what I can tell, is a newborn gun guy. He's a comedian. He's funny as fuck. He's sick as fuck. You know what? Fuck this movie thing. You know what the movie guy sounds like. You know that kind of voice, that bombastic voice. What I want you to do is, on any social media platform, find Real Roger Nelson. Send me a message with something you want me to say. It could be something from a movie. It could just be something. Somebody sent me something that was dirty they want me to say.
And what did you respond to that?
Fuck yeah, I'll say that. I don't care.
How dirty was it?
Pretty dirty.
Like real dirty?
Like yeah.
Like my
Not
like my mom is listening, or like
no. I don't want to say it now because that it'll ruin the surprise when it finally
Right.
comes out. But you know, it was something relatively dirty. So
I want you to say all of your catchphrases in the movie voice. Things you always say.
like what? I don't even
Like
know.
it's not fist until you get your wrist in.
yeah.
Like
Then do me a
dick
favor.
jokes.
Put
and
those things together because you know what they're gonna what they are. Put them together and send me a message with all that, and I'll say it.
Okay.
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 Yeah. So that's what's cooking. Yeah.
I
Sorry.
wanted to turn that around for you.
Yeah. Actually. Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey, good thing I got a cover on there. Look at my fucking a giant sippy cup. So just followed you on Instagram. Yeah, shoot me some messages of things you want me to say, and I'll say it. Doesn't matter what they are. Like I said, they could be from a movie, they could be from anything. Just send me shit to say
Send me shit to say.
because it'll be fucking funny.
Sorry,
Send me shit to say.
Send me shit to say. Is there a lady movie voice? No, she doesn't.
I don't think so. Huh.
Yeah. They don't have any lady
Wow.
movie announcer voices.
Maybe you should be the first.
I'd like to make fun of recordings that I hear, like Mr. Movie Phone, and there is a mall.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to be the voiceover in the rides, like keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle, like stuff like that.
Please stand clear of the doors.
There's
Por
a-
favor, manténganse I can't even talk to that.
There's
so
a
tired.
mall that actually they changed the format of the mall, but it used to be jungle themed. So all of the entrances were like blue dolphin or purple parrot or whatever. And I would always go through the blue dolphin entrance. And so I would make fun of the voice recording because I guess it was to remind you where you parked,
Yeah.
I guess. So you are passing through the blue dolphin entrance. Usted está pasando por la entrada Blue Dolphin.
The red zone is for loading and unloading of passengers and cargo only. There is no parking in the white zone. That's one of the best, and I think I talked about this a couple weeks. That is one of the best scenes from the movie Airplane. where he first gets to the airport and you hear the voices, it's a man saying that, the white zone is for unloading and, loading and unloading of passengers only. And then the woman's like, no, the red zone is for unloading.
Oh.
And they're going back and forth, yelling at each other.
I just learned that this is a volume button.
Oh. Was it all the way up or all the way down?
It was all the way up. but
Oh.
I didn't know that
Oh.
because
Well, now you know.
I think it's just my hearing. It's just what I hear. It doesn't have anything to do with what you're hearing.
Gojira 851 did the spiels at the Busch Gardens,
Yes.
the Gardens of Busch.
That is Mr. Matt Jacobson. He's the one who edited your happy birthday video for me.
Awesome. What's up, Matt?
Yeah.
I did the ride. What rides did you do, man?
There's something pinchy on here.
Something pinchy?
Yeah.
Is it a pube?
It's like there's like glue that hardened.
Just take the fucking thing off. There you go.
Just any better. Oh,
That made a nice little popping sound.
I can hear myself better now.
Well, you don't have the windscreen in front of you.
Is that going to make a big deal?
No, not really. Your plosives might. Your popping peas.
I'll mind my P's and
Which is not
Q's.
too close, but
I'll be better.
party poppers, penis punch.
Peter Piper.
No, the blue zone is for unloading. It would be stupid to load in the red zone. I know what this is about. You want me to get an abortion? Was one of the fucking lines in them between a couple arguing over what zone was what.
What?
Coley should try to be Changa Siri. What does Changa Siri mean? What does Changa mean?
I think she mean like Chonga.
Chonga.
Yeah, like
Hispanic.
yeah, but I don't know what she means by Siri because I don't have an iPhone, so I don't really know what Siri would say.
Siri is like.
I know what Siri is,
the Google and.
but I don't know how she would be.
It's just a voice.
Okay, I guess ask me a question and I'll answer it in Siri Chonga voice.
Scorpion, Phoenix, Sandstorm, Carousel, Lost People. Nice. Fun story about Busch Gardens. When we first moved down here in 2012, I think it was that very first. It was the very first year. So it would have been Father's Day, 2012. My son was 7, and he promised me he would go. I forget what the hell it's called. Like the pirate ship one, like swings back and forth and then goes.
Yeah,
upside
they closed it right now.
Damn it, I hate that. I love that. It's my favorite ride. Raj promised me that he would go on that with me. So he goes on it and freaked the fuck out to the point where they started the ride and they had to shut it down and get him off there.
I saw somebody like lose consciousness on that ride.
Nice.
They made the ride stop because all of a sudden I guess he was feeling kind of nervous and all of a sudden he's like
He went out like a light.
And everybody was like, he needs to get down.
That's exactly what they did with Raj. They shut it down. Everybody who was on the ride got to stay.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to get his ass off there because he was literally freaking the fuck out trying to get out of the fucking he's my kid. He's that fucking stupid.
But there's a restraint.
Yes,
for a reason.
No. Now he's like,
it does freak me out when I go upside down because there's only a lap bar on that ride.
Now he's 15 and he's like, no, I'll go on it with you. I'm like, nah, man, it's just fucking past. Time's over.
That ride's been out of commission for a hot minute, unfortunately. I get to ride it exactly like twice.
Oh, that's for some reason it's like this cheesiest. It's almost a kid's ride. And I love it.
It's a good ride because it's dangerous.
There is an element of real fucking death.
Yes.
Oh shit! I just realized that I'm not paying attention to the thing, and Stephen Henry's probably sitting chilling in the waiting room.
Hey, that's us on the internet.
Yes.
Oh, because we're on Zoom.
Yeah. Hang on. There's a way to see. Nope. No. Oh shit! Where'd it go? There we go.
Hey.
I need to pull this up.
Oh, I should pull this up too, so we can have more views.
No, I need to exit full screen. I need to see. No, I don't want to stop live stream. I want to see who the fuck participants. There we go.
Oh,
okay. I'm waiting for Steven to pop up.
Okay.
Gotta look over there. I gotta keep that up there so you can see so we can see Steven's smiling face when it comes up. What was I saying? Rides. Love that ride.
Element of danger. That's why it's good.
Once I got to start losing weight because the only ride right now that I can fit on at Busch Gardens is the train. And I'm fine with that. I really am. I do enjoy circling the park, but when you're fat, that's all you can do. And they won't let you eat ice cream on it. So
They won't let you eat on it?
A duck was hit by the Phoenix one day. This kid was freaking out. Dude, you want to talk about things being hit by roller coasters? in Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, there is a roller coaster called Apollo's Chariot, which is a great ride. When it opened, Fabio, you know the model Fabio.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not butter. He got hit in the face with a goose on the fucking ride. All these women were behind him, dressed as like Greek goddesses, wearing all white.
Yeah.
He took a fucking goose straight onto the beak, and like they were spattered in blood. All right.
Akita, if you have a Busch Gardens pass, we should go.
All right, it's time to bring in our guest.
Keto saved my
Stephen
life,
Henry.
says Trent Chahos.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Hello,
there's
Stephen.
Stephen Henry.
How are you?
Check your audio.
It's always muted upon arrival.
How about
you
now?
must unmute it.
Better?
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go.
I'm audible.
What's
Yeah.
going on, man?
Steven, hear me roar. I'm all right. How are you guys?
We're good, man. Haven't seen you in like fucking forever.
Yeah, it's like we've been in prison or something.
Yeah, in our own homes.
Yeah.
How are you surviving through it? You look good.
Yeah, that's a relative term, I guess.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to say you look like a pile of shit, but you look good. You look good. You're alive.
Yeah, you know what's been interesting is I put on weight and people, every time I see them, they're like, you look like you lost weight. I'm like, you bastards.
Man, I was talking to one of my employees the other day, and she's looking at me, and usually she sees me, I'm sitting behind the desk, but I was standing up, and she's like, wow, she's like, you look like you lost a lot of weight. I just looked her dead in the eye, and I'm like, I love you.
Who is this? An employee, you said?
Yeah, one of my day job employees.
Trying to get a raise?
I guess. I mean, that definitely kissing the boss's ass at that point. I look at first I said I love you, and then I'm like, you need to get your eyes checked, lady. Because I'm just getting fatter.
Do you
Yeah.
guys tell people you love them?
Occasionally.
The other day, something very interesting happened to me. I was at the gas station and I was chatting with the lady who was cashing me out. And I had like gotten a bunch of like junk food snacks, and she was like, oh, I love these. Like, I like this too, and whatever. And then we started like talking about how our periods were synced to a random stranger who I've never met before. Because I was like, yeah, I must be like having period cravings or whatever. She's like, I'm on mine too. And then I went to go leave, and she's like, I love you. Have a good day. And I was like, I love you too. I thought I was the only person who told random people that I loved them.
It's funny. Steven, do you tell random people that you love them?
No, not really.
Aw.
I stick it to people I know only, pretty much. I really would have thought the green screen would have been better, but it is.
I was just gonna ask. You are not in a library or whatever you're in. Where are
You're
you?
asking a lot of questions.
Is that an actual green screen, or is that the Zoom built-in background?
No, it's a Zoom built-in background, but it's my actual green screen. It's just acting like shit right now.
See, you should have put that you were in somewhere exotic, like Jurassic Park or the GW Zoo.
Maybe next time.
That's what they need. They need a backdrop of fucking was it Big Cat Rescue?
Just anything outside, really, at this point. No
Yeah,
one would
seriously.
believe it.
So now you have a day job. You've been working from home, or you've been going into the office?
I have not been in the office since March 12th.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of isolation.
So this is
Really?
what being a fucking shut-in feels like.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to die on a stack of old newspapers pretty soon.
Look at the bright side, though. At least you're in your own place, not in mom's basement.
Yeah.
So you got that going for you, which is nice.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I kind of envy the unemployed a little bit.
Why? Because they're
look-
making more than you? Fuck, man.
Yeah, it's a sweet racket. Like, because when I was unemployed, I didn't get that extra 600.
No, that extra 600 is fucking big. I almost want to
Yeah.
tell my boss, do me a favor, fire me for the next couple weeks. Man. So so you haven't been doing any comedy. You still I was going to do it on your intro, but Steven is one of the founders and hosts, co-host, if you will, of How to Die Alone, which is a perfectly named podcast.
Yeah, it's very, very prestigious. I like the term founder. It makes it sound like I did something great. Like they're gonna knock down a statue of me.
You like that? If I sugarcoat it, somebody's bound to eat it. Usually me, because fat as fuck. But whatever. No, I haven't been paying attention. You're still doing that, right?
Yeah, I'm still doing that. We're 136 episodes in. I can look real
Nice.
quick. 136, yeah. And I mean, comedy, it's kind of come back, but not really. Like it opened up for like 3 weeks, and then everything shut down again.
Yeah, I'm scheduled to do a show in New York, and by the way, if anybody wants to know, right now I am actually in New York, currently quarantining myself for the mandatory 2 weeks. So just want everybody to know that I am in New York right now.
What?
Shut the fuck up.
The
So
New
we're
York
supposed to do-
affiliate office.
yeah, the New York affiliate office. No, I'm supposed to do a show next week, and it's actually going to be outdoors. It's going to be under a tent, which is pretty badass, actually.
Do you think they're gonna have air conditioners?
Hell no, it's New York. It's New York at night. It's going to be nice and cool.
Oh,
It's going to be comfortable.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's on Long Island. It's not like the
Yeah.
city where everything's coated in piss.
Is there like wind chill factor or whatever?
Not wind chill. I mean, you'll have a breeze. You're right. I mean, you're on an island.
Right. That's why
Yeah.
I figured.
You're on an island, and where the show is like 5 miles from the Long Island Sound, so you're not far from water. It's
Okay.
it gets nice at night, like really comfortable.
I've never been to Long Island. I imagine it's much less densely populated than the city proper, right?
You'd be surprised. You ever been to Brandon?
Yeah.
It's like Brandon without palm trees.
What?
Like
So it's
that.
How do you figure?
But
It's like
it's-
Brandon versus Ybor.
Yeah. Long Island. See, Long Island, as you head east from the city, like Brooklyn and Queens are technically part of Long Island, even though they're boroughs of New York City. So that's more urban. And the further east you go, the less dense the population, the more room you have. And by the time you get to the east end of Long Island, it's all farms. There's wineries. The oldest working cattle ranch in the country is in New York on Long Island in Montauk. So you get farmland by the time it's 127 miles or 118 miles from one end to the far east end. And it's very country on the east end, but you can actually see it thinning out as you go. It's pretty cool.
Not the people, just the place. The place thins out.
Yeah. Well, the people thin out because as you get further east, you get more of the fun drugs like crystal meth, crack, and opiates. So people do get thinner as you go out. It's also less teeth as you head out.
Yeah, which helps them to stop chewing so much. I get it.
Exactly. It's a great weight loss program. Almost as good as diabetes. But but no, like where I'm supposed to do the show is very, it's very similar to, like South Tampa on the west side, not like Palmacia, but like off of West Shore Boulevard, close to the water. It's like that. It's, you have some little pockets of dense population. You have some more open areas, but Brandon is the best way to describe what the area I'm from is, what it looks like. Fairly densely populated, but still suburban, single family houses, stuff like that.
Are you just doing a one night, or are you?
It's a one night show. We're literally going to be there for maybe 24 hours. We're getting up and getting out. That's kind of the thing is we're going to be in town for less than 24 hours. So whatever.
Because you're a hustler, baby.
Yep. But I am currently in my 14-day quarantine. So at the end of the 14-day quarantine, I can do my show.
Right.
Because it would be inappropriate to do anything else. It's crazy though.
Steven, have you done any outside or tent shows or parking lot shows or anything like that?
No, I've not done. I don't get invited to shit.
Neither do I.
No, I haven't gotten to do any of that. It's just the sparsely populated rooms I've gotten to do, like Side Splitters that had the mic a couple times. I think they might have one this weekend. It's 50% capacity, and they space everybody out, table in between.
But is it filling up to 50%, or is it just going to, is it just like the 10 comics that are on the show?
So the first couple weeks, it was definitely filling up. And then as like quarantine, like the quarantine restrictions lifted and everyone got comfortable again, people didn't stay as much. Because like the open mic they've been doing after a show, that's pretty much how they do it at Side Splitters.
Yeah.
And so the people come for the show and they feel comfortable enough for that. But then a lot of people leave.
Yeah.
And I get it.
The up in New York, there's one of the things I talk about is how densely populated it is and how few comedy clubs there are.
Mhm.
You know, for Nassau and Suffolk County, which I think we totaled up is like 4 million people, there are only 3 comedy clubs.
Yeah.
You know, there's not much, but they're all owned by the same company. It's all the same, you know, parent company for the 3 clubs. But the biggest club, which is Governors in Levittown, they opened up an outside patio to be able to have shows.
Mhm.
Because in New York, you still can't have them indoors, but you can have them outdoors. So I don't know if they bought the property, own the property, whatever. They built an outside seating area with a stage and everything to have shows, which is pretty cool. The show we're doing is actually in a tent in a parking lot. So I'm good with that.
I was just going to ask, what do you think is going to happen? Because basically for the Cellar, they've been running 3 rooms. What are the odds those are all going to be around after this?
As long as they can afford to pay their rent between now and then, you know, all the clubs in the city, as long as their landlords are working with them and they're able to not lose the house, you know what I mean? Then they'll come back as things open back up. Those will come back. And once things open fully, you're going to see a big surge in people going out to clubs because
Right.
they you know, nobody's been going out. Everybody's been, you know, basically shut-ins, and you know, people want to go out at this point. They want to be
Yeah.
entertained. So those outdoor shows that Governors are doing, it's selling out because it's one of the few things you can actually do.
Yeah, and I was going to say that was the thing I was noticing starting up again. Everybody is super charitable. Like the audiences, they'll laugh at everything. I was getting like applause on setups. It doesn't make any sense.
They're starved for entertainment is really what it is. They haven't been out. They haven't been able to do anything.
Yeah.
So it's
So what I'm hearing is if you're a shitty comic, now is the time to get on the scene.
yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thriving, baby.
or at least or at least be the open micers coming back out with their same 5 minutes they've been doing for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, because that works.
Whatever works for you.
Hey, you know, rolls for the lols. The but what I see is, you know, especially all those places in the city, the ones that have been around for a long time and are established, they're going to be fine as long as, you know, they don't get evicted.
Mhm.
That's going to be the biggest thing, because most of the places in the city are rented. It's rented space. You know, they
But
don't own the building.
That's the thing I was wondering though, because they're running 3 rooms all of McDougal basically, and like that has to cost a fortune.
Oh yeah. Oh, it absolutely does. But, you know, landlords up there might be a little bit more forgiving, and you know, there are some things in place up
Mhm.
there to help out those small businesses and those venues. So as long as they don't get evicted, you know, it's going to bounce back. I'm not worried about that. It's just a question of when.
Mhm.
You know, you got, and what's really cool about this situation is no one's performing. No one. So
Yeah.
once this opens up, we're all going to be rusty as shit. So, you know, for people who have been spending this time writing and making themselves better, it's just a matter of getting back into the groove of performing. And if you've written some good material over the past few months, you got a shot.
Yeah.
You really do.
And I am fucked because I've been doing for the past like year and a half, I've been doing almost all my writing on stage. Like I go up with a premise and a couple like little punches, and then I just feel it out through the pressure, but I haven't been able to do that. So
And that's the thing, like that type of delivery definitely takes practice. You have to hone it. So,
Yeah, 'cause-
so you're gonna be, I can't wait. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna be rusty as fuck. I'm just gonna end up cursing and yelling a lot, and I'll pretend I'm Dane Cook and just yell crazy shit for 20 minutes, and I'm sure everybody will laugh at it.
yeah. And all else fails, you just pull your dick out and
That's
I'm
like a
just
normal
kidding.
thing though. That's a normal thing. Like people are disappointed if I don't pull my dick out. It's so small they can't see it, but I still pull it out.
you got to move the mic stand.
Oh man. So you're a gun guy now. What the fuck? How did that happen? Like I don't picture you as a gun guy.
Oh, I always like shooting them, but like it fucking between COVID and everything else going on, it just made sense.
All right.
I mean, when I started to see the unemployment numbers, I'm like, oh, people are going to come knocking. So I should probably
Strap up.
Yeah. And
I gotta
it's one of
say,
those things.
You didn't go you didn't go crap. You didn't like buy the cheapest thing you could find, man. You bought some quality steel.
Yeah, I got a surprisingly good deal on the M&P. That was 250 used. I could not.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's 40 cal.
Yeah, it's a 40 cal.
By the way, trigger warning. We're talking about guns. Suck it if you don't like it. Yeah, that CZ though. That's a sweet little piece.
Yeah, that thing was considerably more expensive, but
Well, yeah.
it's actually made of steel and not, molded plastic like most of
It's
the
not
M&P.
Tupperware.
Yeah. But
I'll tell you, I picked up this little this Beretta Cheetah, and I fucking love this thing. It's small, it's compact, it's it's small caliber, it's 32 auto, but it'll get the job done if need be.
32 auto. Yeah, I don't think I've ever shot that.
It's a super light round. It's a fairly fast for its size, but it's it does the job it's intended to do. It's not a primary piece, it's a backup piece or a concealed piece, and I'm happy with it.
I mean, the most fun I have is a shotgun by far. Like, I don't
Really?
understand. Yeah, I don't understand anybody who won't fire a shotgun. Like,
So now, is there an outdoor range where you go shoot clays, or what do you do? You just fucking rock slugs through it? What are you doing with it?
so I've been going fucking crazy with the guns. So I've gone to the range probably 4 times in the past 2 weeks, and
Nice. Which range do you go to? What's your preferred range?
So the one I've been going to, the one I really like this week is I went to Reload in Tarpon.
Okay. Is that they got the fringe the steel targets there, right? Is that the place that got steel targets?
I didn't shoot steel targets. I just brought my paper.
Okay.
But it's just a really nice indoor range. They got a lot, so you never wait. Like when I went there, they had like 32 lanes.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, it's substantial. It can serve everybody. And then the other thing I did is I did do trap shooting last Friday, and I'm awful at it, but
You'll learn.
shooting a shotgun's great. Like
What's funny? Anytime I take somebody out to shoot clays for the first time, was I telling you this?
What?
Did you tell me you wanted to go shoot shotgun? Somebody just recently is like, oh, I want to go. You want to go shoot
I
clays?
I would shoot a shotgun.
But I was telling them what I would do when I would take somebody out, and if it was their first time, I would load the gun for them.
Mhm.
All right. So I'd pop in, a bird shot, fucking turkey magnum bird shot. So as they're shooting, shoot the first 2, pop. Next fucking shot is like getting hit in the shoulder with a fucking baseball bat, just to show them there's some differences in this shit.
Yeah.
Usually it'd scare the shit out of them.
I would be mad if you did that.
I wouldn't do it to you. I'd use a heavy load, but not that fucking heavy.
I would
a
want you to
turkey load
tell
is
me.
fucking solid.
I don't care what you would do. I just want you to tell me.
No. See, that takes the fun out of it. It's all about the element of surprise.
I don't
It's
like
it's misdirection.
surprises like
Comedy is
that.
about misdirection. But have you been to Shooter's World over here on Fletcher?
Yeah, that's one of the
let me-
first places I went.
Let me just go out and say none of these fucking places sponsor us. Not that we wouldn't take their money. They just haven't. So if you guys are listening and you want to give us money, we'll talk nice about your place. But
Yeah.
Shooter's World over here, I like going there. You know what it's clean, it's nice, it's well lit, well ventilated, but they have milkshakes
And ladies shoot free on Mondays.
and ladies shoot free on Mondays.
I've noticed almost every range does that. It's crazy.
Yeah,
like
just
Shoot Straight over here does. Florida
Shoot
Firearms
Crooked.
Academy.
Shoot crooked.
Indoor shootings company in Tenochtitlan, ladies shoot free on Friday. So if I need practice, I go one of the 2 days.
What town is that in?
Tenochtitlan.
The known assassin. The known assassin.
Damn it.
But yeah, for me, Shooter's World is all about the milkshakes because I'm fat as fuck. So
I like them a lot. I like Shooter's World a lot.
Yeah,
I still
they're
haven't
good.
tried their milkshakes though.
try it. Have
Do you have
yourself a milkshake.
Do you have the milkshake before or after the shooting?
Both. Why not?
Yeah, treat yourself, right?
Exactly. I'm there to pamper that's my day at the spa.
Shoot the target, shoot the insulin. I get it.
That's it. That's good. I like that. But yeah, it's funny. I never pictured you as a gun guy. Not that you were anti-gun. I just didn't
I've
think you
never
were
been
like you weren't.
anti-gun.
Yeah, no, I know that, but you just weren't like an outward like I'm a gun guy. Like
No.
I'm a fucking gun guy.
No, it's just with everything going on, and then I got like the I got the handgun actually after like all the other shit has been happening for the past couple months, like the civil unrest. Because I'm like, well, now there's like all sorts of confounding issues going on.
Yeah.
Because people are going to be mad at so many things, and I didn't want to be unsafe during that.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
¿Qué pasó?
What's going on?
Well, now I'm looking at the. Hey, Steven, talk.
I'm here. Hey.
All right.
not-
So yeah,
is
it's
my
not
lips-
for some reason. You know, fuck this. I record the shows just the audio track on Audacity, and for some reason it's not picking up the
Your feed.
the Zoom. So fuck it. I'll just keep I can pull the audio right from the YouTube channel. All right. Now
I gotta say, I like your courage to be able to show people your desktop is your work.
Wait, Tisha, you broke up a little bit. The courage to show my desktop.
Like,
Well, it's not the desktop on my computer.
Confidence I don't have.
Steven, repeat yourself again. You were an underwater robot.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's a connection or something, but you're.
Oh shit! Did we freeze? Yeah,
well,
that can.
I got you good right now. So the video is
on, my
frozen, but
internet's
your face is
fucking
good.
up. There we go. Is it better?
You were good now.
Oh.
Right? My confidence
so much,
to
Roger.
show my desktop.
Yeah, that people can see your laptop screen. That's crazy.
Well, it's a full screen of the YouTube feed. There's nothing
Oh,
there.
okay.
There's nothing on there that they can't see. I have a
I didn't know how
monitor there and a
dangerously-
monitor there that's got like down there is where I keep my dick pics, and up
Right.
there is where I keep my tit pics because you got to keep the dick pics down low, the tit pics up high.
I thought he
I
meant
get
the
it.
actual desktop
Yeah, I was gonna
because
say
there's
something.
some questionable things on here as well.
Well, poopy. My tits are. I had to move my desk titties over there because I had people in the office.
But you kept the poop.
Yeah, I always said that the poop emoji's fine. Titties are a little.
I just realized
Sexual
that
harassment-y.
he looks Russian now.
He does get a red
Good
one. He
look.
could be British. I have the Travelocity gnome.
Oh,
I stole from my boss years ago.
But he's got the windscreen on him as a
Nice.
hat, so
Right.
now he looks like a Russian.
But yeah,
man.
there's
That's like-
there is nothing on this screen that's questionable, objectionable. If they want to zoom in on it's the comments that everybody can see, and it's like my feed health and stuff. So it's not.
okay. Yeah, I don't even do video. Like I'm that unconfident in our product.
See, your show's good though. I mean, it's completely different from ours, but I recommend you guys check it out. That's for sure.
Well, thank you, Roger. I like doing it. It's honestly
Did we lose them?
probably
Steve.
Are you downloading porn while you're talking to us, man?
about doing comedy is doing the podcast. So it's been nice that I'm still here.
Yeah, it keeps jacking up and jacking off. I don't know.
Kojira
I don't-
851 says the Matrix is bugged. I tend to believe him.
Yeah,
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
there's a glitch in the Matrix.
Is it better?
It's better now. Just you gotta like hold you fix the rabbit ears, adjust the
Yeah.
rabbit ears. You're old enough. You're old enough to remember that bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Put foil on them.
You gotta tune with pliers. I get it.
Yeah, oh yeah. But sorry, you were talking about the your show and what you've been doing.
Yeah, so it's been nice getting to fuck, is it frozen again?
No,
No,
you're
you're
good now.
good.
You're good now. Stop
Okay.
moving.
So it's been nice getting to do the podcast even though everything else is, dead. Like it's been a nice outlet because ultimately all we do on the podcast is riff and just be silly. So
Which is not, it's not a bad thing to do, especially now.
yeah. Yeah, which is funny because like people ask what it's about. I'm like, oh, it's like the Seinfeld pitch. It's like it's about nothing. Like it's never. We have no agenda. We have no principles.
But that's good though that and you got a good group of guys with you. All smart guys, all people that are fucking got.
But
their
we
shit
got David
together.
Wayne too.
Yeah, and David Wayne. He's a token fat guy.
Yeah. He's lovable and he's our sex appeal, so that helps.
Now, I haven't listened to your show since Matt Williams moved.
Oh wow.
So that's it's going a while. But who did you replace him with?
We went Matt for Matt, so we took Matt Carter on.
Oh, all right, that's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
I like him.
That's not a bad choice. Big old lumberjack motherfucker.
because we've been doing it remotely, it's gotten even like more expansive because like we can have everybody on all the time. It doesn't really matter because we're all remote. So for the past like couple months, we've been doing Matt Carter, Matt Williams, David Wayne, me, and our intern Amanda.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's funny, my girlfriend asked me, she's like, what does she become after the intern? I'm like, oh, there's no becoming. She's still the intern. Like it's
that's her title. That's her official title.
Is it Amanda Wilson or somebody else?
No.
Which Amanda do you have?
It's Amanda. She's a veterinarian that we have on the show. She's
okay.
Unrelated to comedy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But you just stick a microphone in front of her and just see what happens.
Well, she kept coming out to watch us perform and like the podcast. So I was like, well, whatever. We'll go ahead and just have you on.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's funny. But trading Matt for Matt, that's a good swap.
Yeah, I mean, they're both, kind-hearted country boys. So,
well, for some like Matt Carter comes off a little bit more country boy looking than Matt Williams. Like Matt Carter looks like he just came out of the woods with a fucking axe.
Yeah,
he was either chopping down trees or chopping down something else. But he's such a nice guy, though.
Yeah. He's great. It's great having all of them, but I mean it does get a little chaotic because like right now we only have 3 people doing this. You add 2 more, it gets a little messy sometimes. But
yeah, especially remote.
Yeah.
Hey, you do what you can, man. That's it.
Yeah.
Oop.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, stop banging shit around.
Never.
That's why we can't have nice things.
Truth.
Well, what else you been up to? You been doing anything else besides sitting at home and eating Twinkies?
Not really, just playing a insane amount of video games, watching a ton of movies and TV shows.
Have you been writing?
Nope.
All right.
I've done a couple TNF articles, but that's about it.
I have a couple that I've been meaning to write. I've just been so fucking slammed lately. I haven't had time, but I got a couple really good premises.
Yeah.
I gotta get my shit together and write them.
What are you playing for video games?
Oh, for video games,
Fortnite.
So no, I can't give my nephew the satisfaction. For multiplayer, I've been mostly playing Call of Duty, like the new one. For everything else, I've been playing like just weird Japanese shit. Like I've been playing Ni no Kuni, the remastered version.
I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's Nicole. You might be able to relate to it. It's a Studio Ghibli animated game.
Okay.
You know the people who did like Princess Mononoke and Ponyo and all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they drew it, and I think they helped develop the story a little bit. So it's kind of cool to get to play like a Studio Ghibli game.
What kind of movies are you into? What have you been watching? Anything good lately?
We watched The Kitchen the other day, and that was fucking awesome.
What the hell's that?
It's
I live under a rock,
movie. Well,
oh,
it's like,
wait, yeah, I know that is. I started
McCarthy.
watching that. Yeah, I started watching that, and then I got pulled out of the theater because I was when I was working at Bellagio. So, I guess, that's I got to finish watching that. You should watch that too.
There's a whole long list of shit I need to watch. I still haven't watched Idiocracy.
Bitch, why?
Bitch got a job. Excuse me, work text.
Idiocracy is relevant right now.
All right, it wasn't an actual text. It was Candy Crush telling me that I got something going on.
Candy Crush. Did you get extra Jolly Ranchers?
I probably did. I don't know.
I don't know how that game works.
So Kitchen is the name of that movie?
The Kitchen.
The
The
Kitchen. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
It's
about
set in New
female
York.
empowerment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was like involving a restaurant, I'm assuming?
No, it's Hell's Kitchen, New York.
Oh, all right. I know that very well.
Basically, here's the elevator pitch for the movie. These girls' husbands get pinched for an armed robbery, and then the girls take over the collection business for the Irish mob in New York.
All right, set present day
No, in the
70s.
70s.
in the 70s. All right, that fits then. I was going to say the Irish
Yeah.
mob isn't doing shit, but that makes sense. 70s. I'll check it out. I like movies like that.
You will like this movie.
Good. I shall check it out. What
Yeah.
what other movie suggestions you got?
Movies, God, we watched this one called Finding Steve McQueen. Like, I've been loving heist and crime movies.
Okay.
Finding Steve McQueen's about the guy who attempted to rob Richard Nixon in San Francisco, basically. Like, rob the bank where he had millions of dollars stored.
Okay. I like heist movies like that. You know, as cheesy of a movie as it was, I really enjoyed Ocean's 11. There's just something about it.
The original,
movie,
or
no, well, the original was great, but no, I'm talking about the one with Matt
Clooney.
Damon and Clooney and Brad Pitt. I really like that one. The
yeah,
original,
I mean,
you can't touch that original cast.
I really like all heist movies. And speaking of like remakes, the one that pissed me off is I saw recently today. A movie I just had to watch recently again, like one I love from my childhood, was Death Becomes Her. They're talking about remaking it, and I'm like, you can't remake that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Now that movie was part of that movie was filmed on Long Island in Port Jefferson at a place called the Pink House,
Mhm.
which is no longer. They actually tore the house down and built another house and painted it pink. But that house was used as a landmark for boats coming into harbor. But when the cast was, when they were filming it, who the hell was in that one? The
Meryl
lead?
Streep, Goldie Hawn. And,
Ed Begley.
No, Bruce Willis.
No, Bruce Willis. Okay, yeah.
It was Bruce Willis looking like Ed Begley. It was weird.
But the cast, Meryl Streep, stayed at the hotel I worked at before I moved down here. The hotel I used to work at.
Mhm.
Fun little factoid for you.
No, but that was a fucking incredible movie, and I have no idea why they think they need to remake it.
Well, there's so many movies that they're remaking for no other reason of like hack. It's almost like hack writing. You know, they don't want to come up with anything new. Let's just regurgitate. See, I saw something today that was actually perfect. Why remake great movies? Why not go back to movies that failed but had a good premise and fix them?
Do another version of The Phantom with Alec Baldwin. Make it good. Like, make it succeed.
There you go.
Because it was a good premise, but the movie bombed.
And now, remake it for redemption. I think one of the fears with that is, when they, the thing that pisses me off is the remakes of the Disney animated movies, like The Lion King and Aladdin, remaking them into live action, even though it's not really live action, it's just better computer animation. Why fuck with those classics? Take the movies that failed and revamp them. And I think the fear is if they remake something that was successful, they can ride the coattails of the known name. Like, The Lion King was fucking huge. It was everywhere. The Broadway production and everything. So to remake that, you're just riding on the previous success. Remake something shitty. Remake The Emperor's New Groove.
Hunchback.
Well,
Hunchback of Notre Dame. That was classic.
I didn't like it.
I think
I did and I didn't.
I think it's the thing that just in general people don't like taking chances when it comes to artistry, which is puzzling to me. And it's not just that. I like when you talk about hacky, like the thing I've seen lately is where every joke you have to attack it from the exact same angle everyone else does. So like the statue thing. Like everybody's
I'm staying the fuck away from any coronavirus jokes, anything dealing with what's going on right now. I'm staying the fuck away from because everybody's attacking it. Unless I happen to come up with some stroke of brilliance, which ain't gonna fucking happen.
But what I'm saying is, if you wanted to have a amazing statue joke, you would have to at this point take the other side of it. You would have to be pro keeping the statue in the joke.
But the thing is, nobody wants to do that because as soon as you do that, you're a racist, motherfucker.
No, not if you do it and you embrace the challenge. Like there's
No,
always
no, but you're expecting people to be able to see the nuance of the joke. They're not going to see the nuance of the joke. They're going to see you taking the other side and immediately shit on it. They
right.
tore down a fucking statue of Frederick Douglass.
Do you think that there's ever like a too soon moment in jokes like that, or do you think if it's not funny now, it's never going to be funny?
No, there is no such thing as too soon if it's done right.
Right.
And to do to do a joke in that too soon context, to get it and make it hit and be right is so fucking. It's like winning the lottery. It's so hard. But that's the thing. Like the Frederick Douglass statue. How the fuck? It just. I can't even come up with words.
It doesn't make any sense, but this is what I'm saying. Like, in order for the joke to be innovative, it has to be on the other side of it because everything on the one side has been done. Like the vultures have picked it clean.
Yeah.
And like this is what happens with all these like topical political jokes. It's like when Paula Deen did that shit and everybody was making the same fucking jokes about fat racist southern lady. It's like the only way you're going to have a new joke that not everybody's covered is to take the other side and come out pro Paula Deen.
But
Like,
to take that other side takes balls.
the perfect example is Shane Torres with the Guy Fieri joke, where he's basically saying like, I don't know why people hate Guy Fieri so much. Did he fucking kill somebody and I don't know about it? Like, and he goes through this whole thing about like he's not that bad a guy. Like he dresses like a douche and everybody's up his ass. But like it's been so established the other side of it that like I can just punch at Guy Fieri and it's free hits.
Same thing with Nickelback.
Exactly.
The band Nickelback, same exact thing. Everybody hates it, but no one knows why they hate it.
Right.
That's the same thing.
It's the Karen meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a shirt that said "Shut up, Karen," and it just had an angry cat on it. I don't understand. I mean,
I joined a Facebook group today that is a Facebook group where everyone acts like Karen, or everybody pretends to be Karen.
I'm part of a Facebook group called No Karen.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Do people demand to speak to the admin?
Exactly. like there were 3 questions. Like, how some of these Facebook groups you have to answer questions to get in. Like the first one is, who are you?
Not Karen.
No, Karen. It's a group where everybody pretends they're Karen. I'm Karen. And it's like, choose your motto. And it was like, live, laugh, love, and I want to speak to a manager. And then the last one is, do you promise to read the group rules and abide by them? And my response was, I don't need your rules. I know the owner. But those jokes are fucking beaten. Completely beaten. I went into this group hoping I'd see something funny, and it was all the same shit. All the same fucking haircut.
My offer still stands to anybody who wants an original Facebook status. I will write you one for $1.
There you go. Hollywood is lazy. Yes, they are. It's one of the listeners. And that's the problem is they're so lazy, so complacent, knowing that you can make a movie that's a giant piece of shit, but if you put some big names in it, people are going to go see it.
Christopher Anderson says The Shadow was Alec Baldwin and The Phantom was Billy Zane.
There we go.
And he also says a flock of crows is called a murder and a flock of Karens is called a privilege.
I've seen that one before. That's cute.
There you go.
But to come up with something original, it takes balls, and nobody's got balls in Hollywood anymore.
I have balls.
You have balls, but not in Hollywood, Florida, or California.
Don't limit my options, sir.
I think the other thing that I think is a big problem is the fact that production is so accessible now between Netflix and online platforms like YouTube. It's so easy for people to make pretty high quality content that the exclusivity of it that Hollywood once enjoyed is gone.
I mean, that's the same with everything. Like, I don't understand the existence of TV talk shows when podcasts exist and they're generally more interesting and less produced.
Yes, I think the Tonight Show is having some staying power because they are doing it a little differently than they've done in the past.
Mhm.
The format is similar but not exactly the same. They are coming up with some some of the little bits that he does that going back to Carson would do bits here and there, but for the most part it was just sitting down and talking. The performer would perform either stand-up comedy, music, whatever, and then they would sit down and talk. Now with playing games and stuff that Fallon's doing, it's keeping it it's keeping it a little fresh. All the other talk shows are exactly the fucking same. Whether you're watching Conan, whether you're watching everybody. I think the only one I can fucking tolerate is Craig Ferguson, just because I'm waiting for him to slip and say cunt. That's it.
Any day now. I mean,
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Keep the faith, man.
What's the other? It's not Craig Ferguson. It's the other British man.
Oh,
James Corden.
Yeah.
Yes, I like him. Listen, I like him because he's got a real appreciation for real theater.
Okay.
So he did a musical rendition of Romeo and Juliet.
Okay.
And he made some references that were like shout outs to like old theater. Like if you ever went to school for theater, or if you had like actual like classical training, like you would recognize those things.
Okay.
So I appreciate that a lot.
See, I like his carpool karaoke bit.
Yes, that too. I like that too. So I like that he can not take himself seriously, but then also be serious.
Fuck Jimmy Kimmel though.
I guess. I prefer Jimmy Fallon.
Well, back in the day, he had, somebody put it on Facebook today. Back in the day, he had a show where they would jump in on trampoline, had girls jumping on trampolines, and now he's trying to be a moral authority.
Yeah. Who, Jimmy Kimmel?
Jimmy Kimmel, yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's fucking funny at all. Like, I think the only thing compelling that I've ever seen come out of his show are the celebrities reading mean tweets.
Yeah.
And I think the only reason why it's compelling is because he's not on the fucking screen.
Yeah. I mean, that's really the only part I've ever liked of it. And the thing that's funny about that is it's not even their content. Like they find someone who says something like bitchy to Kristen Stewart on Twitter, and then they're like, this is a joke. And it's like, but you've done no work. You've curated.
But that can be entertaining too. And the whole premise of it is entertaining. But again, it's watchable because Jimmy Kimmel's not fucking on it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm very upset at this Karl Malone thing. Like, I don't think he should get to do anything.
You think he should be, run through the ringer because he did blackface, or?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They should definitely exile him. Like, maybe send him out on a rocket into space and just like detonate it with a scud or something.
The one thing that amused the shit out of me was what people, this whole cancel culture mentality was people going after Robert Downey Jr. for Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Just because he was in blackface. Well, did you see the fucking movie?
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole point. And they went after the movie Soul Man, which, there were some things in there, but the whole premise of the movie is about a white guy in blackface.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole premise. That's the whole thing. You take that out.
It's not even just that that's the premise. The premise is that he's doing it and that everyone in the movie is in on the idea that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Like the entirety of Soul Man, if you've ever watched it, everyone's like, you really shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
They keep telling him that over and over throughout the film. And people are like, this movie's offensive. I'm like, it's literally saying what you're saying and depicting why it's wrong.
But he's in blackface. He's in blackface.
A couple of years ago, Sarah Silverman lost work from doing it because of her old show. Like she did it. She had blackface as a character. And I can't even remember the premise of it, but it was, again, her being like a selfish, like amoral person doing it. And everyone was being like, Sarah, you're being a fucking piece of shit for doing this.
C. Thomas Howell is the shit, and Ray Dawn Chong was wicked fine. Hell yeah, she was. Hell yeah, she probably still is. I don't care what she looks like now. For she will always be that late '80s fucking hot chick in my fucking head. She was gorgeous. I just had a thought, and when I fucking just escaped my mind about this fucking bullshit. Oh, so fucking Sarah Silverman got into shit Did you see the Aristocrats movie?
Yeah,
The documentary.
just watched it recently. Yeah,
That one scene where she talks about what the hell's it, Joe, the old guy.
the Booker. I can't remember. His
Yeah,
name.
where she said he raped me.
Yeah.
I'm not Joe. He was going to sue her over that. Like they had never met face to face.
Right.
And he was going to sue her because she made that joke. I mean, it was a fucking pretty rough joke, but what'd you think of the movie, of the documentary?
I thought it was a little redundant throughout the whole thing. I thought they could have really pared it down.
But I mean,
a little.
it's just different people telling their version and the history they know of the same joke. So yeah, it's definitely going to be redundant.
Yeah.
I'm a big Penn Jillette fan, so to me that was
I like him.
awesome.
Yeah, I think who's the one I really liked in that? I think I really liked didn't Norm Macdonald do one? No, Bob Saget.
Yeah, Saget definitely did. And Saget, here's the thing about Saget. Like, I love Saget as a stand-up, but if you can't watch too much of it because every punchline is I was on Full House. Like everything comes back to him being on Full House. So every now and again he'll have something that doesn't go that direction. Yeah. And that's the really funny shit. And the really he's fucking filthy. Like really fucking filthy.
Which I'm so happy that's not a problem I'm going to have because I'm never going to be successful enough to have something like Full House.
Exactly.
Like, I don't got to worry about these Saget problems.
I don't think it's a problem for him. What's funny is, he's one of the comics I remember back from the early 80s as he was just starting out. The first impression that I ever had, or the first interaction I ever had with stand-up comedy was watching Dangerfield's Young Comedian special in 1984. And it was, Bob Saget was on it. Maurice LaMarche was on it, who ended up becoming a voice actor in Pinky and the Brain.
Futurama.
Yeah. Sam Kinison was on it. Jerry Seinfeld, Bob Nelson, all these comedians that had, pretty respectable careers. And this is when they were just starting out. I mean, they were given, this was a special that was broadcast on HBO, and these comics only had 5 minutes, which is the standard New York open mic is 5 minutes. But, just to see how fucking good they were. It's incredible. And I mean, the scene was much different then than it is now. You can they were able to get away with saying a lot more than they did, and today. You watch and no one's come down hard on Eddie Murphy. If you watch, Raw and Delirious, some of the shit he said on those, I'm surprised cancel culture is not all over that shit. You haven't seen those, have you?
No, I've seen them.
Okay.
Like, as much as Kevin Hart got for a mean tweet, like, he would think the whole Mr. T bit from Eddie Murphy would. The
Mr. T bit, the San Francisco bit, where he talks about being in San Francisco and he can tell they're looking at his ass because it's getting hot. The Mr. T bit. He also did like a Ralph Cramden, Ed Norton honeymooners bit. So, I know that you want to fuck me in the ass. All that shit, you couldn't say it. Blazing Saddles, you couldn't fucking make that today, even though it was written by Richard Pryor. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's sad. It breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart.
I don't know. It's funny too, because like when I went to New York a couple years at this point, it was interesting to see the kind of stuff that like the actual working comics do. Yeah. Like not on TV, not on shows, not for their Conan set. Like when you go see them at the Pair, when you go see them at Broadway, when you go see them at like the Cellar, the shit they do there is so much more of like traditional comedy.
Yeah.
And then they have to like, it's funny because like they're getting it from both sides. They're getting it from like the evangelicals, and they're getting it from like the secular like leftist fascist type thing that's going on, where it's just like, you can't say this, you can't think that, which I think is crazy. Like that you can't even think this, you can't have that thought
crimes, man. Thought crimes. That's a thing. In England you can actually be prosecuted for thought crimes.
I know they got that guy for having his dog do Nazi salutes, so
that's just funny. I mean, it's fucked up,
having
but it's
having
funny
his dog do a Nazi salute.
Yeah.
Why?
because
It's a dog. Why don't they arrest the dog?
Because you can't arrest the dog.
But
Yeah,
you
but how are they
can
going to put
marry-
cuffs on him? He doesn't have thumbs.
He's got no thumbs, fucker. The, it's just it's amazing, and you know, there's a phrase that Nicole and I always share, and it's, you know, comedy should art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comforted.
Yeah,
Mhm.
if somebody's not offended, you're not doing something right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, never in my life would I ever tell someone you can't say that. I'll suggest you probably shouldn't say that,
Yeah.
but you know, you should never tell somebody you can't say that. You can say anything. You can yell fire in a crowded theater,
But it's not recommended.
but it's highly unrecommended. You can go to the hood and start yelling any racial words you want. You're
Mhm.
free to do so. You're also free to get your ass beat.
Just like you're
Yeah.
free to say it, they're also sorry, I took your hand, Sandy.
That's okay.
You're free to say it, but they're also free to react. So
Exactly.
I mean,
So
make your
it's not that you
choices.
can't say it, you shouldn't say it. There's a big
The only
difference.
I would say is different about comedy and art in general is they need to give you the chance to explore the concept a little bit. Because there's sometimes when you're making a joke where you say a trigger word that just upsets people and they immediately shut down. And it's like, if you give me another sentence, you'll understand that I'm not against you.
I think part of the problem, though, is there are so many people that will use that trigger word and lack the ability to you know, justify its use.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of a bit that could never be done today. George Carlin did a bit about how words aren't bad. Words aren't bad at all. Words are neutral. They're just words.
Mhm.
And it's the intent behind the word. And he's talking about how, you know, Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor can say the N-word. Not because they're racist, because they're N-words. Like, he said that in one of his more popular specials.
Yeah.
No one could do that today, because as soon as somebody drops the N-word, if you're not black, you're fucked.
Well, it's just like the Louis C.K. thing where he has the N-word where he says the N-word made the shit out of my coffee. I don't know if you ever
Yeah.
heard that bit.
No, I think I may have, but I'm not. It's not registering at the moment.
But it's just one of those things that's ridiculous where it doesn't have anything to do with the joke and he's not saying it in any hateful way.
Wait a second. Is that the barista called him the N-word? Like, you're my N-word?
No.
No?
It's just he was basically making the joke about how you can say it in a positive way. I'm butchering it, but
I'll have to check it out later.
yeah.
I'm so old. I remember when Eddie Murphy was funny.
Uh,
I remember when
I mean-
Saturday Night Live was funny.
I mean, he's supposed to be back again doing a special, isn't he? Like, didn't he get a couple million to do a special for Netflix?
Yeah, did you see him hosting Saturday Night Live?
No.
The first half of the show was great, and then it just kind of fell off.
Eddie Murphy.
Was a couple months ago.
I've just been watching a shit ton of old Mad TV. That's been what I've been binging on.
Man, Mad TV just doesn't get the respect it deserves.
I like Mad TV better than Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. I think Mad TV is the best sketch comedy show on television. The only thing that compares is Mr. Show when that existed.
That was a good one too.
Yeah.
That was
David Cross, Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk. I was missing the Bob.
I like Bob Odenkirk a lot. I have a lot of respect for him because I didn't know that he was a comedic person until I saw it wasn't Mr. Show, it was a different one that he did.
Ben Stiller Show.
He's done a ton of shit.
No. He did oh my gosh, never mind. It was like story time with like Bob and somebody or something like that.
Okay.
But that was the first time that I saw him do comedy that's the first time I saw him do anything outside of like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Mhm.
And I just kind of like I don't know. I just got a lot of respect for him because I liked his versatility at that point.
Have you seen Mr. Show?
I think I have. If it's on Netflix, I have, but I don't remember right now.
That was on shit at least 10 years ago.
Yeah. It's just that and like stuff like that and Mad TV, I feel like is so ahead of the times, and I feel like stuff like SNL is like in the now.
It's in the now, but it's repetitively in the now. Like every sketch is Trump sucks.
Yeah.
It's like, let's do something else.
Do you remember in 2016 when they were saying, "Oh, aren't you going to be so happy when Trump gets elected because you'll have so much comedy?" How did that work out?
Well, every now and again they come up with something that's amusing, but it's more in the that was kind of funny kind of way than actually laughing. If you look at some of the best Saturday Night Live bits, very few of them were current events based.
No.
Most of them were either character or just straight up premise.
The Eddie Murphy, like the oldest one I can remember is the one where he puts on whiteface, and he's also in like Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood or whatever.
And what's funny about the Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood bit was Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, was in the building one time and went to meet Eddie Murphy after Mr. Rogers didn't like the sketch, but he appreciated the humor of it. And he didn't go to Eddie Murphy and say, "You can't do this. You shouldn't do this," because he knows that it was targeted to adults.
Yeah. But
he actually went and met Eddie Murphy and just, met him briefly, said hello, shook his hand, kind of thing. But imagine how that would feel, that you're portraying a parody of like the most kind, gentle, beloved personality on TV. And he shows up to meet you unannounced, just shows up.
Right.
Like his butthole must have puckered, had to have. Mine definitely would have.
Because it was hungry, you mean? Like,
I wasn't getting into specifics, but it's I Miss In Living Color. That was I like that one.
Oh yeah,
that was back before Jim Carrey went fucking nuts.
Well, there's stuff on that they couldn't do now, like the gay film critics.
Yeah, hated it.
Yeah, it would never fly.
No, it definitely would not. But it was even at the time, and if you put it on now, as long as you're not a closed-minded asshole, you're still going to laugh at it because it's still funny.
The one that's been killing me, like I've only made it through the first season of Mad TV, but the one that killed me was Artie Lang in My White Mama.
I don't think I've seen that one. That's right. Artie Lang was on Mad TV. Holy shit.
It's so fucking good because the entire premise is this black lady is like walking, and then Artie Lang is driving, eating a sandwich, and he accidentally runs into her with his car, and then he winds up she winds up possessing him. She's in his body, and then so he lives out his life as like a black woman trapped in a white man's body with like his daughter and everything.
See, that's funny.
It's so absurd.
It's so sad what happened to Artie Lang, man. Drugs are fucking bad. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs, guys.
Yeah. Because the movie
terrible.
he did with Norm Macdonald, Dirty Work. I fucking love that movie.
Dirty Work's one of the best movies of all time, by far. Like it's one of the best comedies. Like pacing wise, joke per minute, it's one of the best comedies ever written.
Yeah. Another one I definitely, if you've never seen it, I don't know if it's available streaming anywhere, but it's a movie called Brain Donors that has Bob Nelson and John Turturro. This is back for I think it may come out in the mid to late 80s, and it's so fucking funny and relatively clean.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite the lines that stick out is that he's about to fight with some guy who owns an opera house or something like that. He's like, "I'm twice the man you are," and he points to his wife. He's like, "So she." Just such a perfect one line drop in.
Yeah,
it's just one of those things that sticks with you. But definitely check out Brain Donors. Man,
one of those classic ones that I watched recently was Being There with Peter Sellers.
That is, I fucking love that movie. Loved that movie.
Yeah.
That's one of those movies you can watch over and over again, and you're going to notice more and more shit that's in it. It's just so well done.
I love when he goes up to like the street toughs and he's got the remote control and he's trying to turn them off or change the channel. That asshole.
Did you ever see that movie?
Which one?
Being There.
No, I haven't.
It's a great, like the premise of it is crazy. And if you look at it now, if you watch that movie now, you could definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
Because people are so fucking stupid. Well, the basic premise of the movie is this guy is a gardener. His name is Chauncey,
Mhm.
and the man he works for, I forget who he was. He was the guy a politician, or was he just a
No,
rich
he was
guy?
just like a rich benefactor, and he dies.
Yeah, he dies, and he introduces himself as Chauncey the gardener, and people called him Chauncey Gardner or Chance. It was Chance the gardener,
Chance the
and they
Gardener.
started
Yeah.
calling him Chauncey. And like he was wearing, the man he worked for, the wife gave him clothes, so he was wearing fancy clothes. But he was a simpleton, so he would say very simple things that people took as, you know, profound. You know, like he had these profound observations, and
He was mostly just mirroring to people. Like he would just go up to people and just tell them what they were saying back to them, pretty much.
yeah,
Okay.
and
They
thought he
fell
was
in love with
brilliant.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. To the point where he influenced a presidential election. And the close of the movie was actually pretty mind-blowing, where he walks out during a funeral. He walks out, and it's a lake, and I can't remember if did he dip his walking stick in before he walked, but like he walked on the water. I think he was already
Yeah.
walking on the water. Then he had a cane. He dipped the cane into the water, showing that there was some depth
Yeah.
to it, and then he
Yeah.
continued to walk on the water as if he was,
Mhm.
you know, the Christ. It was, you know, definitely a great movie. So anybody who's never seen it,
What was it called
watch it.
again?
Being There.
Being There. Okay.
Peter
Yeah, 'cause
Sellers
all-
had so many good movies.
The whole premise is basically just say he's in the right place at the right time. The whole
Yep.
movie.
Yep, kind of like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at all of the things that Forrest Gump impacted and crossed paths with, you know, it's obviously impossible. There's no way somebody would have seen that many crisscrosses with pop culture and pop history. But it's such a well-written, well-produced movie.
Yeah. Peter Sellers is an amazing comedic actor. Like
He's an amazing
between,
actor, not just comedic, but just an amazing actor.
well, I mean, his number of characters in Doctor Strangelove were great too.
And every single one of them were fucking great. There was no like dud. All
Yeah.
of them. But it was a Kubrick movie, so you know, 187 takes. Got to do what you got to do. You know, and to think, you know, when you think about that, I think it was 108, 100 something. It was a high hundreds number of takes, and you know, back then when they shot film, and you know, if they still use film to, you know, on productions, everything's measured by feet of film. How many feet of film do you have left? How many feet of film did you use? Because that's how you purchase it. You purchase
Mhm.
film by the foot, and to do that many fucking takes had to have cost so fucking much
Yeah.
that the end result had to be fucking worth it, because that movie literally drove Shelley Duvall insane.
Yeah, but I mean I think all of that has like borne out for the Kubrick legacy. Like those movies are legendary. Like Full Metal Jacket, The Shining.
Well, his thing was every scene, every shot is an individual painting, was his philosophy. So he
Well,
wanted everything done perfect.
Well, and everything has to have a purpose.
Yes.
It's just like Scorsese used to be a lot like that. I don't think he does a lot like that anymore. But like in Taxi Driver, every shot's very deliberate. Every shot is designed.
Spielberg was the same way back in his
Yeah.
early days. Now it's just now they've
Like,
gone into the fucking just blow shit
The
up.
whole
Hello.
Yeah, that just you just farted out again. It's funny because it like slows down. It's like in slow motion. You
I know.
you there? All right, there we go. He's back.
I'm here. I'm here.
He's back.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking about every scene being a painting and deliberate shots, but you know, now it literally they just blow shit up or have something graphic. It's not as artistic as it used to be.
well, and
that's
then
it.
every movie's got to be 2 hours and 45 fucking minutes long. And
Yeah, whatever happened with 90-minute fucking showtime? You know who fucked that up? You know who did that? Quentin Tarantino with fucking Kill Bill.
Well, between him and Apatow, like Apatow ruined comedies
Well, yeah.
because every fucking like I don't think they could ever sell an Apatow DVD that has deleted scenes because like
Because he just leaves everything in.
nothing gets cut. It's just everything goes in.
No, but I think Tarantino with Kill Bill making the movie was originally like 6 hours long or some shit. That's why they broke it up into 2 parts and cut it down from there.
Like he's
you're right.
fucking like he's fucking Kurosawa or something. Like he's making Seven Samurai.
Michael Bay. Matt's saying Michael Bay explosions. Yep. That's it. Every Michael Bay movie. We can't write dialogue. We can't. We want to just blow some shit up.
Which Matt Williams?
Matt O'Purdy.
Oh,
I don't know whose handle that is. So, thank you for that. He's right. Michael Bay just blow shit up.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I did enjoy Six Underground.
Never saw that.
It was Netflix only, and it was I think it was directed by Michael Bay. So he actually was making fun of himself in the direction of it and making things deliberately ridiculously over the top. And it was entertaining as shit. It was like, almost like Deadpool Part 3 or 2 or whatever.
And Deadpool was good.
I loved it. I'm not into superhero movies. I love Deadpool.
Do you ever one of the ones I watched recently, you ever see Brightburn?
No.
Oh, that'll fuck with you.
How will it fuck with me? I like being fucked with.
It's a horror movie about a kid with superpowers.
Okay.
Like Nicole, you probably like horror movies a little bit more, right?
Yeah, I like horror movies a lot.
Yeah.
Spooky girl.
I'm a spooky gal.
It's basically like, what if Superman was evil?
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I haven't seen it.
Wait, he wasn't?
only in the Red Sun comic books where he's a communist, but
whatever the fuck that means.
I really want to see that. What was it called? Brightburn, you said?
Brightburn, yeah. It was on Stars, I think, is where I watched it.
Okay. I saw a bunch of trailers for it and I was really intrigued. Superman is my favorite superhero, always has been.
Yeah.
It is it's the tights.
It's the underwear on the outside of the tights that gets me.
Never understood that.
As a dancer, I can relate.
All right. Trent says Brightburn was awesome.
Yeah.
I will have to check out that movie. I need fucking time. I need more fucking hours in a day.
You have as many hours in a day as Beyonce.
Yeah, I can't sing though, and I ain't got titties like that, and I ain't got an ass like that.
You ever heard people say that? And like, yeah, I have as many hours in a day as Beyonce, but she's also got like personal cook and nannies and a chauffeur.
Exactly.
And she's got a bunch of people helping her.
A personal Jay-Z to do all the busy work.
Yeah.
So what about fucking Kanye West running for president, huh?
Is that for real? How for real is that?
How for real is it? When you realize what it takes to actually get on the presidential ticket, I think he'll give up.
That means that Kim Kardashian is going to be the first lady, and I'm not okay with that.
He can still be a write-in candidate.
Nah.
Yes and no. I mean, a write-in candidate has, snowball's chance in hell.
Yeah.
But to be on an official ticket, you got to get petitions, and there's all kinds of fucking financial disclosures and all this shit. I don't think he's actually prepared to go through with.
No.
But now The Rock had said that he was interested in throwing his hat in the ring. That would be interesting because he's not a fucking idiot.
I would vote for The Rock.
Just because he's cute?
He's all right.
I'd vote for him because he's cute.
He does it for the people.
Yeah.
People's
he
elbow.
does it for the people's eyebrow.
But
he's
the most
like
electrifying president in American history.
But it's not, it's not that an actor has never become president. I mean, there's that.
Reagan, yeah.
I mean, he did have a political career between acting and president, but
I mean, Reagan was the president. Lincoln loved the theater. It's
true. Very true. Matt says Dwayne Johnson 2020. I'd probably, if The Rock legitimately ran, I would probably vote for him.
I would vote for Stone Cold. That'd be my favorite.
Oh, that'd be a good one. That'd be a good one.
But only if he showed up to every press conference with the glass shattering and beer chugging.
I agree. I wouldn't have that shit any other way. It would like imagine if like the Rock, the Rock, would like class it up and be proper about it.
Yeah.
But like just picture in your mind Stone Cold Steve Austin being inaugurated, fucking chugging the
Presidential jean
beers
shorts.
and bouncing a fucking beer off fucking Trump's head. That would be fucking great. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Man,
I would love to see Stone Cold run.
that'd be fucking great.
I mean, if Hulk Hogan and Arnold Schwarzenegger can do it, I'm sure that.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger cannot run for president.
Why not?
He is not a
He's
natural born citizen.
Oh,
He's
that's
Australian or something.
Yeah.
right. Not Australian.
Good day. Good day, mate. His father was an Australian Nazi. It was fucking weird. But yeah, I'd vote for The Rock. I mean, shit, it can't be any fucking worse.
Who
No.
else can we write in?
Who else would make a fucking good president? Like somebody off the fucking wall. My fellow Americans, can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
I would vote for Leonardo DiCaprio as president.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
How about Johnny Depp, but only if he does the whole fucking term as Jack Sparrow?
Nah.
Did you see the article today about Johnny Depp saying that Amber Heard shit the bed?
No.
What?
You might want to pull that up. I don't know if you do news articles still or not.
Occasionally, like shit the bed, like he fucked her so hard she shit.
It was a story about how she defecated in bed. He divorced her when
Yep.
she defecated in bed.
I just found that. I decided to divorce Amber Heard when she defecated in our bed. Johnny Depp calls his ex-wife a narcissistic sociopath who attacked him and denies ever hitting her at Blockbuster libel court showdown.
Like here's I got questions about this. I can't just accept it. That it's like, was it like she wasn't feeling well and she
No.
sharded, or
She
she just like fucking
defecated-
out fucking?
She defecated in their marital bed as a prank, as he denied hitting her and said that she had abused him throughout their marriage. The Hollywood legend 57 suing blah blah blah. He's suing the son for calling him a wife beater, and those accusations are sick and completely untrue. And most written statement possibly
You know what?
Heard,
You know
Amber
what the
Heard
most
said it could have
shocking?
been possibly one of her friends because she denies doing it.
Do you know what the most shocking part of this
Wait,
article
hang
is?
on. Nicole, you're saying she's saying someone else shit in the bed.
Yes.
She's like, that's not even my shit, Johnny.
Yeah, basically.
Now here's where I'm fucked up in the head. Do you know what the most shocking thing about that article is?
What?
Johnny Depp is 57. Like he's almost 60.
He's living
Like
a
that.
good life.
Yeah, but that fucking blows my mind more than his ex-wife shitting in the bed. I mean, everybody at some point had a little dookie come out. You know, it happens, especially after anal if you're not prepared, right?
But she did it as a prank. That's
Like-
the craziest thing. Like April Fools that shit the sheets.
Like I'm good for pulling pranks. I got no problem with pranks. Like I do it all the fucking time. Shitting in the bed is never on the list.
I know.
It's like it's not at the bottom. It's just not on the fucking list.
There's no winners there. She's supposed to sleep on the couch. Like, you also have to sleep in the bed you shit in.
But now I got questions about that. Like, how was it loose? Like, what did she eat? What did she?
What if
Was
it
there
was just
corn?
like a dookie, like a pile?
Yeah, was there
It was
corn
like-
and
like a-
tomato skins in there? Well,
No,
what
it's
was
just
going
like,
on?
it was just this. It was just like a
Did-
little, like a little ice cream cone.
Did she make it like a little coiled up pile? I mean, how was it? Was it just like a couple of logs? Was it like a giant fucking log?
I just imagined somebody squatting over their bed and making like a soft serve pile.
That's fucking crazy. She learned it from the cats. That's what your mom says. And Leela Bell says, I can't believe he's 57. He's so attractive. Yes, he is.
Trent Jahos would vote for Bruce Willis as president, and Gojira would vote for Sylvester Stallone 2020.
I don't know if I would vote for Bruce Willis, man.
I would. not.
Here's why I wouldn't vote for Bruce Willis.
I would vote for Sylvester
Because he
Stallone.
was married to Demi Moore, and then Ashton Kutcher fucking swooped in, and like the video, like the pictures I saw of like Ashton Kutcher walking with Demi Moore, and then Bruce Willis following behind, pushing the fucking stroller like a fucking weak ass cuck he is. I mean, like right there, it's like John McClane is no longer a badass.
He just wanted to be involved in their lives.
Yeah, but it's just like that's fucking demeaning. Like, yeah, Joe Exotic for president. No, he's a convicted felon now. Now Terry Crews.
You'd have to settle for Carol.
That would be some shit.
I would vote for her.
You would vote for Carol Baskin?
As
Carol
president,
Baskin,
yeah.
first female president.
Bruce can't catch a break. Nope. Terry Crews would be a good one.
I would vote for Terry Crews.
Here's the thing, though. He's got to. If Terry Crews were to run and win, his inauguration would have to include, like, from the Old Spice commercial, where he had the sensors attached to his muscles to the drum set, and he'd like flex his muscles and would play the drums. Like, they would have to do that.
Mm.
Would you call that an undersheeter instead of an upper decker? It depends on if it was under the sheets or over the sheets. Was it on top of the comforter? Was it below the comforter? Was it on the top sheet? Was it on the bottom sheet? Did she shit on a pillow?
What if
Did she shit between the pillows? These are like, I got a lot of questions about this now.
I feel like a horrible prank would be to shit on the mattress and then cover it with sheets.
That would be, and like roll it.
Ew.
Oh,
Steven, this is your fucking fault, dude. You brought this shit up.
I like that.
If you want to talk about a current events news story, did you hear about the head they found in St. Pete today?
Wait,
oh
what?
yeah.
They found that. See, where were you? I actually should have texted you. They found a human head on the side of the road in St. Pete. No body, just a human head. You could have gone and gotten yourself a skull.
That means there's 7 more in the duffel bag.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Jogger found human head on side of. Oh, I'm gonna read this now. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, a jogger found it.
After
Yeah.
human head found.
That's
on
why
side
you
of
never
road.
exercise.
Exactly. Exactly. I will never find a body while jogging or anything. I think the only body you'll ever find if I was jogging is my own.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking heart attack.
You'll find a lit up Krispy Kreme sign.
Oh, his body was found under the hot light.
The head was so decomposed they couldn't identify the gender.
Okay.
That's
maybe
gross.
maybe you just don't know the gender. Why would they assume it?
Yeah. Why would you have to assume the corpse's gender? Why is that important? The fucking look. The look. It was worth it.
The look. Okay. Huh.
But like, you know, I've heard in old cemeteries, you know, bones washing up after some heavy rains and shit. Like the side of the road of St. Pete. That kind of captures the essence of St. Pete. Hey, we found a head on the side of the road. No big deal.
I mean,
There's not a lot of there's not a lot of
I mean, where
information
was
on
it?
information on
Like,
this.
north side, south side, central. Detail.
Oh, it's a. What are you talking about? The head?
Yeah, where was
Are you
it?
saying the?
That is-
you-
It's 38th Avenue and 21st.
38th
Nicole,
Avenue, 21st Street. No, it means nothing to me.
were you saying the story lacked a little bit of body?
I like that. Thank you, Steven. I needed that a lot.
That was good.
I needed that.
That was good.
38th Avenue and 31st Street.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what
Yeah,
that
that
is.
means absolutely nothing to me.
But
It's like
But we
basically
have-
by Grand Central. That's crazy.
Oh, is that where it is?
No, that's north.
Okay. Leela Bell's asking north or south. Is it
of what?
38th Avenue North?
It says 38th Avenue South. And
Ooh, there you go.
Hold on. Oh my gosh, I just lost where it says the other avenue. Okay, 38th Avenue South and 31st Street South.
Yeah. Okay.
31st Street South. St. Pete. I want to see what this is.
I like the balls of doing it 3 streets over from the main highway, basically. Like the 34th
that's-
is 19.
Well, that's what I'm looking at is actually it's right off of 275.
Yeah.
So you have it runs parallel to and is the first road from 275. Hang on, I'm gonna pull it up.
Maybe they threw it out the car on the way to get COVID testing at the Tropicana.
Right there, that's 275.
Mm-hmm.
That's 19.
Go closer. I'm sorry. I want to see what the closest exit is too. That's why I was asking.
Looks like the split for.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I know that is. Okay. I just learned that the Seminole Heights serial killer is wanted for more things now.
Really?
I thought he was already captured. How's he more wanted?
He's not wanted.
I
He's
believe
being charged with additional charges
implicated
now.
in adult. Yeah. If it were the essence of St. Pete, then the head wouldn't have been stuffed with would have been stuffed with cocaine. That's true. That is true.
I don't know. If it was really St. Pete, it'd be stuff with like vegan pork chops or some bullshit.
That's what I was thinking.
Or
I'm
some
like, I
other
don't
trendy
associate
bullshit.
cocaine with. I don't associate cocaine with St. Pete. I
Fucking
associate cocaine with Ybor.
James Franco ruined it with that stupid movie, that Spring Breakers. People think St. Pete is something it's not.
Yeah. Oh
Come
yeah,
on,
I
man.
forgot about that.
It's penniless county. Come on vacation, leave on probation. This is the funniest guest you all have had in a while. I've laughed out loud more than 2 times from his comments.
Well, thank you.
More than 2 times. Steve, more than 2 times.
Just imagine if I was trying. God damn.
Yeah, no shit. Imagine if we were actually good at this. It'd be fucking crazy. I'd be like Jimmy Kimmel, being fat and squinty-eyed. That wasn't an Asian reference. Like he always squints. I don't know why.
And so he can work the tears out over crying about lions.
I guess. I mean, shit. Now, Steven is funny. So
Oh.
once they open up comedy again, you should check him out.
Once they open up comedy.
And once you can go perform in a comedy club or see people perform in a comedy club, you should go see him.
Once Mama Rona lets us off grounding, we can
Yeah.
go out again.
No shit. What are you looking at?
The Seminole Heights killer. It's basically that they want instead of they want 4 separate charges for the people he killed.
Oh, okay. So it's not additional; it's just multiple.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are they just trying to fuck up his numbers? Like
Yes.
trying to ruin his legacy?
Basically, yeah.
well, no, not so much ruin his legacy. So he killed 4 people, got killed. Instead of making one charge, they want to charge him 4 separate,
Mhm.
charges, essentially 4 separate trials because it's 4 separate incidents. It's not like it's a one. He went in and just fucking shot up a place and killed 4 people. It was
Yeah.
4 separate, homicides.
Then
Whatever.
does he, if he gets all the life sentences, does he serve them concurrently or simultaneously? Like,
Chances are, because given the the egregiousness of his actions, if he's charged with 4 separate counts and has to have 4 separate trials, they will probably cause his sentences to run concurrently.
mhm.
So it's like 4 life sentences and a day.
I gotta tell you, Roger, that was one of my favorite things about doing I did my conceal class recently. And pretty much the only thing I take away from the conceal class is never take it out ever, basically.
If you're gonna take it out, pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Mhm.
If you're gonna take it out, make sure you use it.
Yeah.
Unless you're at home. If you're at home, you can you can display without being charged with menacing.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do outside of your home. Like I walk around my house. Like I'll walk outside because on your own property you can open carry. I'll open carry at my house. Like I'll go out, go out my front door. I won't cross the curb. But I'll open carry at my fucking house. I don't give a shit. Fuck my neighbor. The other neighbor's cool though. One guy's an asshole.
I think we're about to have neighbors.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you get some better grades out of your kid.
That's,
I very much. Sorry, I'm still laughing at Steven. Yeah, I think they're going to build something in the empty field next to our house, which makes me sad because I like being in the middle of nowhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, it's all right. I liked my closest neighbor being a cow.
Moo.
It might still be. You don't know what your neighbor's gonna look like.
That's true. That is true. Could be a cow. Could be a whale. Could be a bee.
Unless they turn the field next to my house into another cow field, and then I will have the opportunity to pet cows.
Unlikely, because developing the land is more valuable than pasture land. Sorry.
Mm.
I know. They like cleared out. It's like not even that private anymore.
Aw, now you got to
Can't-
put clothes on
Seriously.
for reals. Not that I would know that for a fact. I got really good binoculars, Steve. No, I'm just kidding.
He has really good binoculars. So good that he can see my house all the way from where he lives, like 13 miles away or some shit like that.
Yeah, but the Earth is flat, so I don't have to worry about the curvature.
Or buildings, apparently, because apparently your binoculars are X-ray.
I want to get Neil deGrasse Tyson on the phone and tell him that the Earth is flat just so he can call me an asshole. Like that's where I want to be.
So you want to rise to a level that you would be where he would want you on like Star Talk, so you could just tell him that.
Yeah, well, just so I could say fucking yeah, the Earth is flat, and just have him unload on me with fucking knowledge. That would be like, that'd be awesome. I love the guy.
Can we have him on the show?
I'd love to have him on the show, but I don't think he does small time fucking.
Why not? We
Because
never
nobody
know.
else does.
I'm gonna message him right now on Instagram. See
I
what
tr-
happens.
I tried to get Leland Sklar on the show. He read the message and just left it unread. That hurt my feelings.
He read it though, at least.
Yeah, at least read it.
Mm,
Did they ever figure out what the common factor was, or just opportunity? I guess it's in reference to the
Seminole Heights Killer.
Seminole Heights Killer.
It
I
was-
think the common factor was
It was-
he's a murderer, and he
It
killed
was opportunistic.
yeah, opportunistic.
Yeah, the first one is intentional, and everything else it was opportunistic.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
message him right now, and I'm gonna say, "Would you like to be
You're
a
messaging.
Neil deGrasse Tyson
Yeah, he ain't coming on the show.
Yeah,
I'll
fair.
fucking shit myself.
on our podcast?"
But then again, you're pretty good at getting guests on the show.
Thanks, Stephen, for joining us today.
I'm good.
Maddie Collins is here. You're now international, Stephen. You are now international.
What, who
Good
is
day, Maddie.
Collins?
Maddie is my buddy down in Australia,
Oh wow.
from Brisbane.
Do I have to flip the computer upside down or?
No. The interwebs take care of that for you.
Okay.
So we show up upside down there, just because that's the way it should be.
I said to Mr. deGrasse Tyson, I said, "Would you like to be a guest on our podcast? We'd love to have you."
Oh, okay.
Listen, it was a long shot. Okay,
Hey,
I
what the
wasn't
fuck,
putting a
why
lot
not?
of thought into it.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Anybody else who I should message on Instagram who want
Yeah,
to be famous?
whoever you want.
Let's see. Oh, let's see who else is on here.
Oh,
Go for The Rock.
The Rock. Okay, let's do The Rock.
you know,
The Rock.
we'd have a better shot actually at Dave Bautista because he at least lives in Tampa.
Oh yeah. You might as well give that shoot your shot. You might get him.
Nothing
Hulk Hogan
ventured, nothing
stays are
gained,
free.
man. Yeah, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Does The Rock live in Florida still?
I have no
No.
idea.
I don't think
Pro-
so.
He's probably all cool and shit living in Hollywood.
You're thinking of Pitbull.
No,
I should also
Hollywood,
message him.
California, not Hollywood, Florida.
Well, The Rock's parents live in Pembroke Pines
Okay,
How do you know this?
because
because she's from there.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm from Pembroke Pines in Hollywood, Florida.
Oh,
Would you like to be a guest on our podcast?
Leela Bell says we got 2 internationally known judges for a burlesque competition by sending an email. Well, hey,
Nice.
nothing ventured, nothing gained. Worst they can say is no or ignore you.
Out of
You could probably get Shane Gillis. Give that a shot.
I don't know, man. We got Stephen Henry, and I think that's the fucking pinnacle. I think we've peaked. I think tonight we peaked.
Keep your
Really?
goals low and manageable.
Exactly.
I want to get Mickey Sudo in the studio.
We'd have to entice her with a giant pile of food.
That's fine.
You know what's funny? Me
I'm
and
fine.
Little Roger talking about. Do you watch the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, Stephen?
Mhm.
Last year we interviewed Mickey Sudo, who's the again she just won her latest belt, but she's the #1 ranked female competitive eater. She's ranked number 6 in the world. She just set a personal best at the hot dog eating competition this past July 4th, and her boyfriend also competed, and she swallowed more sausage than he did.
Mhm.
How
And the
did how'd she compare to Joey Chestnut or whatever his name is?
Oh, like half.
Okay.
Joey set a new world record. I forget what the number
75,
was.
I think.
Yeah, and she did 48 and a half or something like that. So, I mean, she did well. But if you look at, she's a tiny little thing.
Mhm.
So, I mean, you got to be able to put that shit somewhere. But we could try and get her in.
I want to. I wonder if there's a world record for eating gummy worms
Look it up.
or something else.
You know, my dick was in the Guinness Book of World Record once.
Being the smallest.
No, I'm not allowed in that library anymore, though.
Oh.
Oh, Leela Bell says you're funny. He is funny. He's funny looking. He smell funny, and he's kind of funny to listen to. If you want to see more of him, though, Leela Bell, check out the How to Die Alone podcast on all podcast platforms
Yeah,
that they're on.
we got to keep plugging that
Yeah.
because the numbers are paltry. We get like 50 a week. It's embarrassing.
What's funny is like we'll get 10 to 15 live listeners, and we'll get probably another 40 to 60 replays.
Mhm.
I got lazy and I stopped paying for the fucking Podbean. I gotta work on figuring out how to get my fucking shit on different platforms. Sugar-free Hasbro. I guess that's a misspell of
No.
Haribo gummy bears.
We are not eating sugar-free Hasbro gummy bears.
Haribo.
Haribo.
Does it give you the shits? I've heard something about this.
Yes.
Really?
That's why we're not doing it.
Wow.
We're only if Mickey Suda is coming on here and we're gonna eat as many gummy worms or whatever as possible. They're not gonna be the sugar-free kind.
I want to get Amber Heard in here and feed her sugar-free
Sugar-free gummy
Haribo
worms.
gummy worms.
You'll definitely get a curly poop. That's a
Amber Heard.
Haribo sugar-free guarantee.
Oh, she's so tiny.
Oh, your mom.
I'm gonna try and get Amber Heard. What
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why
are
not?
you gonna tell her? I loved you in Aquaman.
Yeah.
Would you like to?
Your mom says we should try to get Gilbert Gottfried. I actually know somebody who knows him well.
He comes to Side Splitters like what once a year?
Yeah,
or something?
yeah, but yeah.
Would you?
I've had to watch the playbacks on a couple recently because of work. That's okay. Even if you can't watch live, I'm glad you watch on the replay. I look just as shitty in replay as I do live.
Yeah, any attention's good attention. We're narcissists. We love it.
Oh,
All right, I messaged Amber Heard too.
seriously?
Yeah.
You're fucked up.
Why?
We want to feed you sugar-free Haribo gummy bears so you shit yourself.
Also, let's see who else. Well, I'm on a roll here. Oh, Gilbert Godfrey. That's right.
Now you hang around Side Splitters. Have you ever met Gilbert?
Yeah, I met him one time. I was working the sound booth.
Now when you spoke to him, did he use his stage voice or did he use his real voice?
A little
No,
bit
he
of
doesn't
both.
he doesn't have an Instagram.
No.
He only has
The
like
very
a fan
first
account.
time I saw him using his real voice, I didn't think it was him. Because my whole life, you listen to yeah, and then he's just such a soft-spoken guy.
Is he soft spoken?
I've struggled to get on your lives because of the time zone, lack of sleep and work. We understand, Maddie. We appreciate you listening. Just aim for disgraced former A-list actors. That's what I try to do. Like I said, I tried to get Leland Sklar on the show, who's a bass player. He was a bass player for Phil Collins, Jackson Brown. He was part of the studio group called the Station. I tried to get him on. He fucking left me on red. Big bearded
Just
bastard.
go.
He's funny though.
Just go see if you can get Dalia on. Chris D'Elia should be available.
Yeah, I think the stigma with him at the moment is probably. I think I'd probably be better off getting Louis C.K. on here. At least he asked for consent. Coley should just invite a celebrity a day to see if anyone ever responds.
That's not a bad idea.
I've gotten responses back, saying, "Hey, we appreciate it, but just not the right fit, not available, whatever." The very first show we did, I tried to get Victor Botetto on.
I mean, I know
Louis
it's a
Roll?
long.
Louis.
I mean, I know it's probably a long shot, but if you try to get this guy, he's pretty big. Preston Lacey, try to get him on.
Hey.
I can have him on. I gotta, I'd have to bring him down here, and apparently there are a lot of people who do not wish to work with him down here.
Oh wow.
Louis C.K.'s not on Instagram either.
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No.
Yeah, we'll talk about it offline. I can get Preston back down here. That's not a big deal.
I would interview him again.
Preston?
Yeah.
He's not a bad guy. He's just got things going on. Probably the rate is prohibitive factor in a lot of situations. I don't pay for interviews because I can't afford it. Actually, that was remember last year when the bagel midget fucking struck?
Oh, Bagel Boss, yeah.
You know, I tried to get him on as a guest.
Did
Well,
you?
because he's from Long Island, so we actually originally reached out to him because we heard he was living in a fucking van. We were going to do a comedy show with him and give him all the money. We were planning it out, and these guys from Great Sauce Media got a hold of him, basically stole all the money they made from him. But I reached out, and they told me he wanted like $2,000 to do a podcast interview.
To do an interview?
To do a podcast, $2,000 was his rate.
God, I am really underselling myself right now.
Fuck that, yeah. Well, the very first FUBAR show, I tried to get Vic DiBitetto on. And since then, I've actually spoken to him a lot. But I reached out to him. He told me to reach out to his agent, Russ. So I reached out to Russ, and I got the best response from Russ. Russell Best is his agent. I got the best response, and it was, we appreciate you reaching out to us. We know Vic, has a very large following. You're just starting out. There's really no benefit for us, which I get. I mean, business is business. He's like, there's no real benefit for us to do it, since you're just starting out and you don't have an audience. He's like, if you grow your audience, we'll be happy to come on. And we just haven't grown the audience. But it was the nicest response that you could possibly get. I mean, he was very polite, very kind, wished us luck and all that. But
well, listen, if we want to grow our audience, I want to give a personal shout out to our 12 consistent viewers who have been here for the majority of the night.
I want to give shout out to your mom, who's here every live show.
Yes. Shout out to mom.
Yeah. We talk about all kinds of fucked up shit in front of Nicole's mom.
Yep. She still
Did you try telling his agent? Try telling his agent you're showers, not growers?
Oh, that would have been a great fucking response. God damn it. What's funny, I did a show with Raj with my son. He was 12 years old, and every time I'd make a joke about him coming to the bar with me, he would always be like, oh, 12 turned around is 21. And he said that joke so many fucking times. We go to Governors in New York to do a show, and one of the bouncers comes up and questions because a little kid, he's fucking 12 years old. Oh, he can't be in here. I'm like, oh, he's performing on the show. Raj had the moment to turn around and tell the fucking bouncer right to his face, if you turn 12 around, it's 21, so I'm good. And he just completely shut down. He locked up. He didn't know what the fuck to do. It was great. Highly recommend that. What happened to Brendan Fraser? No one knows.
He sad face. He got molested in Hollywood and fell off the map.
Oh, did he get molested as an adult?
Yeah.
Really? By whom?
I don't remember. Producers
Weird.
Probably.
By who?
Producers probably.
Producers. Harvey Weinstein diddled him.
So he had some bad stuff happen to him, and then he kind of just
that sucks.
Reclused a little.
I fucking loved him in Encino Man.
So he didn't get the role in Springtime for Hitler, is what you're telling me. Like
it's
the producers just
time for Hitler and Germany.
So
I think Roger's responses to that was something along the lines of, "Oh man, that'd be a grand a foot." I think I did respond something like that. That I'm not paying. It's $1,000 a foot, and I'm not paying. I think I did. I think that was my response.
Yeah, because they wanted $5,000.
Yeah,
and he said, "I'm not paying $1,000 a foot." It's almost 11 o'clock already.
Holy shit! Time flies when you're having fun.
Truth, and I always have fun here. I usually have fun here.
No, actually, I just looked it up. So their response was, "Hey, Roger, right now we are only doing interviews with large audience media outlets or smaller podcasts willing to pay $1,000 for our time. Thanks for reaching out." My response was, "No thanks. $200 a foot is way overpriced." Way spelled with like 5 Y's.
Way.
And then he responded, "If you're ever interested in booking, please email my managers at Great Sauce Media." Fuck that. Yeah, we were gonna do a show in New York and give him 100% of the pros. We weren't gonna. No one else on the show was gonna get paid. We were just gonna do an event to raise money for this guy and his fucking daddy bosses who ended up fucking him and then parting ways. ended up putting the kibosh on. Brendan Fraser is on DC Boom Patrol, viewable on HBO Max, and it's actually pretty dope with a good character development. Huh. Nifty. Thanks, Christopher. Holy shit. It's time to wrap this fucking show up.
Yeah.
Stephen Henry, do you have any shows booked?
No, well, who knows if they'll actually happen. August 2nd at Side Splitters, I'll be hosting for Johnny B, Kyle Roos, Matt Fernandez.
Nice.
So August 2nd is a Sunday. And then, well, I might as well just say it now. Let me get the dates.
Pull up your calendar. While you're doing that, I'll tell the people you should check him out on the How to Die Alone podcast, which they could find at
just iTunes, How to Die Alone, YouTube, How to Die Alone podcast. We're also on Spotify. I mean, pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts, we exist. The other weekend I got, I think this is the first time I ever mentioned it. October 22nd through October 24th, I'll be opening for Rich Voss at Side Splitters.
Nice.
So really excited about that. If you've never seen Rich, come on and see Rich. It's going to be fucking great.
Good times, man. Now, what about social media links? Where can they find you on
pretty much all I have that I know of.
Social media links. Where can they find you?
I'm Stephen Hangry on everything. So, H and then angry.
As in, I'm so hungry, I'm angry.
Yeah, you get it.
I get it. Because I'm fat. I fucking get it. I'm hangry a lot. Nicole
This is my
Olio.
live truth.
Nicole Olio.
You can find me on July 23rd, which is a Thursday, at a private event teaching belly dance and teaching a bartending class.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a licensed bartender. So hire me for your events and hire the catering company, which I work for your events, because we make bomb-ass food. And other than that, you can find me on the internet, on Instagram mostly, at Nicole_Raven. That's NIKOLE_RAVEN, like the bird. And yeah, I will be occasionally belly dancing at Acropolis again for their Arabic night party, whatever you
Aloha
want to call
Snack
it.
Bar.
And yeah, so that's it. Just follow me on Instagram and you will see all of the updates for things.
Awesome.
Yep.
As far as me, next Saturday, I'll possibly be doing a show in New York as soon as I'm done with this mandatory 14-day quarantine, as prescribed by the governor of the state of New York. Maddie, to answer your question, what the fuck happened to the bagel guy? He actually had a stroke, and has been hospitalized ever since. Actually, last time I saw him, he was wearing a fucking helmet in physical therapy. So to tie up the show, guys, again, thank you to Stephen Henry for coming on, joining us, and having some laughs. Glad you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to check out How to Die Alone podcast. We do this podcast, FUBAR Weekly, every Tuesday night live, 9 p.m. Eastern time, here in the United States, right here on the FUBAR Weekly YouTube channel. I got to put us back up on some other platforms so folks can listen, not have to worry about video. As far as, follow the show at FUBAR Weekly on all social media. Follow me, Real Roger Nelson, on all social media. Don't forget to send me things to say in the Big Movie Guy voice. That's kind of all I got. Thanks again to Stephen Henry. And don't forget to spay or neuter your children. Nicole?
FUBAR out.
So that's that. Hang on. I'll take us off end stream. There we go.